Welcome back to Washington Journal. It's our Saturday podcast segment, and I'm joined by David Stewart. He's the host of the Tax Notes Talk podcast, and he's the Tax Notes Today International Editor-in-Chief. David, welcome to the program. Nice to have you in the studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so first tell us about the podcast. When and why did you start it?
Well, we started in about 2017, November 2017, and we're coming from a print journalism background, and so this was a chance to sort of branch out into something new and potentially reach a new audience beside our normal subscriber base. And it had a very good reaction, and we're quite pleased with how it turned out.
So what kinds of topics do you talk about? Who are the guests that you would get on your program?
Well, next week, appropriately for tax season, we're going to have IRS Commissioner Charles Rettig. That's sort of a crossover episode with our webinar series, Taxing Issues. And we've also had a lot of discussion these days has been about international tax and the attempts to reform corporate tax on an international basis, which feeds well into my other job as the Editor-in-Chief of Tax Notes Today International. And for that, we've spoken with the head of tax at the OECD, Pascal Saint-Amand, and as well as the co-chairs of the Inclusive Framework, which is the group that's working on the nuts and bolts of those proposals.